Hey guys, what's going on? So I figured I would do a quick PowerPoint. I'm not gonna try and make this too long because I want you guys to watch this and actually really let it sink in a few things about life after challenge, or at the very least nutrition, how your nutrition should go after the challenge. Because I've gotten a lot of questions um, with people that do the challenge and they're kind of like, okay, well I got it done. I dropped so much amount of weight. Um, So now what do I do? So this is going to address some of that, and hopefully it helps you guys make better decisions and actually keep you guys moving forward after the challenge. Okay, whether you are a um, stay on to become a part of the Iron Wolf family, or you have moved on. But this is mainly for people who have stayed on, become part of the family, and are looking for that next goal, like what to do now. So let's get into it. All right. So again, like I said, the purpose is to show you guys a more sustainable way of eating for weight loss, fat loss, and if not maintain, at least improve on your results after you have completed a challenge or a couple challenges or whatnot. Okay. First, let me get into this. Now everyone knows, if you've been with me long enough, you know why the challenges happened, why I did them, okay, and what the main purpose of them is. So just to be clear, want to give people an awesome experience and show them that it can be done. All right, you just have to follow the instructions, which everyone knows. All right, get people their sexy back. Have them achieve a level of fitness and health that they haven't had in a few weeks, months, years, or whatever. Okay, and of course, the marketing aspect, you guys know that already. And of course, grow the business from within to be the go-to person or company for solid weight loss. Okay, so that's why that is. Okay, but the most important thing is the first and second reason right up here. Okay, is I'm here to help people realize their health and fitness dreams. Okay, do the best I can at that. Okay, so what it was not meant for, okay, yeah, at least the nutrition part was never meant for okay, here's how you have to eat until forever. Okay, it's only ever was meant to be done because that way to get rapid results in a short time frame. Okay, remember, 20 pounds is a huge challenge for people in 6 weeks. 20 pounds is a huge challenge for people in 6 months, let alone 6 weeks. Okay, let's be honest. All right, but people have done it, and that's why. Okay, that's why a lot of the things in the challenge nutrition were omitted, like fruits, like high sodium foods, like certain vegetables that allow you to retain water. Okay, that's why a lot of those things were taken out, because I'm trying to increase, um, attain a huge result, minimum time frame. Okay, so that's why a lot of stuff was taken out, and certain foods were only allowed because they would not mess with any of the stuff that could allow you to stall or gain weight or revert back to old eating habits. Okay, but the overall goal after the challenge is eventually you have to get back to eating regularly without gaining all that weight back. Okay, so we all know, if we've done any type of research on Google, all right, is most people, when they lose amount of weight on a restrictive diet, which yes, the 6 week challenge plan is, okay, 65% of them actually kind of gain it back. All right, and that's a statistic as of 2013, I do believe. Okay, um, main reason being is people just lose it. All right, they gorge, you know, whatever, as soon as they're done with their plan, they get the results, and they think they can maintain those results sometimes and eat whatever the hell they want. Okay, they don't have kind of like a backup plan or a what's next plan. Okay, they just like, okay, I lost 20 pounds, great. Now I can do whatever I want and I'll be fine. And that's really not it, guys. During the challenge, remember, you guys have built some healthy habits and some sustainable habits that you can do for the rest of your life. Now, you might not be able to eat as little as on the challenge, okay? But those habits should not go anywhere, all right? And just like I said, they have no plan how to bring regular food back into their regular everyday nutrition plan or regimen, even if they are working out, okay? And that's what I'm going to address in the next coming slides here. So, all right, one, I want you to get a couple things first, okay? One, it's okay to eat regular food again, all right? All the stuff you ate before the challenge, well, not everything maybe, but a lot of things you ate before the challenge, it's okay to eat again, all right? You can bring that stuff back slowly, but you can bring it back, all right? Another thing is it's okay to go out and eat with the family and friends. All right, if you have a wedding or you and your husband's or wife go out every Saturday to go eat, you can do that again and have fun and enjoy yourself a little bit. All right, it's okay to go do that stuff. Give yourself permission to do that. All right, it's okay to have a glass. I did say glass or a bottle of wine or a beer. It's okay to have that stuff. All right, is it okay to do it every day? Probably not. Okay, but if the thing is, like, I don't want you to kind of like think that you're gonna have a glass of wine and everything's gonna come back on. It's not, all right? It takes a little bit more effort than that. Not much, but a little bit more effort. Okay? So it's okay to bring stuff back in. All right? Again, like I said, it's okay. So here's a question a lot of people ask me. All right? Well, not like this, but you did the challenge. You got your 20 pounds off, or you got a bunch of weight off. So now what? Okay, so what I'm going to answer that question with is another question. If you can see your perfect self, all right, what you would look like, whether it be 3 months, 6 months, 12 months down the road, what would he or she look like? What would they feel like? And what would you be able to physically accomplish? Okay, those should be your goals after the challenge. Like, we already know the challenge, 20 pounds, no ifs, ands, or buts. Get it done, right? So now you have to start thinking outside the box a little bit as far as, okay, I got the challenge done, and now what? What should I be aiming for? And a lot of people ask me, and I'm like, well, I don't know. I'm not you. Only you can answer that. What do you want to be? And here's the thing, guys. Don't make it like, well, I just want to be healthy. Well, you're already healthy. I just want to maintain. Well, maintaining is good. It's okay. But always have something to aim for. Have that carrot in front of the horse, because if people don't have that, or you don't have that, that's when people really start to fall off, and bad things happen nutrition wise, and then that's when people start gaining weight back, and they don't like that. So you always got to have something you're aiming for. Okay, especially if you're in this program for the long haul, you have to have something to aim for. I mean, don't just just because the challenge is done, just be okay, good, I can get to do whatever. And it's not really that simple. Yes, you don't have as restrictive as a diet or plan, or yes, you don't weigh in every week, and I got that. That's not attainable every day. But you should still have something that you're trying to aim for, even an event like a wedding or a reunion or a family type deal, or your birthday coming up. Where do you want to be by that event, or where do you want to be 3, 6, 9 months down the road? Okay, have something you're aiming for. All right, so again, these are some pretty good goals. All right, where's your goal in 3, 6, 9, 12 months? Well, I want to be down 2 pant sizes. Great. I want to fit into my pregnancy clothes again. Awesome, that's great. Wear a 2-piece swimsuit with confidence. Another one, good. Even something physical, all right? Complete 5, 10, 15, 20 push-ups without breathing heavy. Something like that, along those lines, okay? It's just a matter of the nutrition. You can't work out and not have your nutrition down and expect to achieve any of these goals. It doesn't work that way, okay? You cannot train a bad diet. It's not going to work. So you have to come to grips with that. And the sooner you come to grips with that, the sooner you're going to reach those goals. So I know this is Denzel Washington, all right? Just look at the picture. Dreams without goals remain dreams and fuel disappointment, okay? Goals cannot be reached, cannot be achieved without discipline and consistency, okay? That discipline that you had in the challenge should still be there. It should always be there. It should never went anywhere, no matter what you're eating, no matter what you're in a challenge or not, okay? That's why I was so strict with a lot of you guys, well, everybody, about the challenge stuff. Is, listen, this is an extreme event. The habits you'll build here, you're going to build for the rest of your life, and that's true. You know, you may not eat 10 times a day or 8 times a day as far as the challenge goes, you know, but you should at least know what to eat. You know, what the important times to eat something are. You know, what's a good choice and what's a not so good choice. All right. You know, those are the things that should not have gone anywhere. And if they did, you kind of need to reevaluate what your goals are and where you want to be and how you need to get back on track. Okay. All right. So how do I get back to regular eating without gaining all of my weight back? So this is the tricky part, guys. Okay. Because usually a lot of times when people come off of a restrictive diet, and like it said, the floodgates open. Okay. They lose all inhibition. They go nuts. They start eating anything in sight, and then within the first 2 weeks, they've gained a good 5 to 8 pounds back, and a lot of it is just water weight and for lack of a better word, they're bloated from all the stuff they ate. Okay. So listen, it's very easy if you just lose your mind nutrition wise to gain that 20 pounds or plus back. All right. Some of you guys all know this, that like I've heard it plenty of times, like, oh well, it's so easy to put on, but it's so hard to get off. Well, yeah, it's always going to be that way because the body doesn't want to take things away. The body wants more. Okay, the body's meant for survival. It's not meant for anything else. All right, so if more weight means longer survival, the body itself was designed to go towards that. Okay. So that's that. Next one, okay? Again, don't overthink the details. Like that, and that's the one thing I gotta tell people is, don't overthink things. You already have the solid nutrition protocols in place as of the challenge. How many meals should I have? If you can stick with 6 in your day, then stick with 6. If you can only fit 4 meals a day in your plan because your day is so hectic, then fit 4 in there. It's what you can consistently maintain for the long haul. Okay? That's where you should be thinking. What can you be consistent with? All right? I would like to think everyone can be consistent with at least 4 meals. At minimum. If you're not getting 4 meals in a day, then honestly, I don't think you're trying hard enough, but you can get it in there. Okay? What can I have? Guys, again, the list is there. The challenge list is there. You can have all that stuff and then some. Okay, you can add stuff back in, and I will go over what you can add in the next coming slides. But you can add some of the stuff back in. You don't have to worry about, well, Lou said on the challenge, well, you can't have this, you can't have that. Right? Listen, you're not on the challenge anymore. Okay, you're in real life. All right. So if you want to have something back in that you had pre-challenge life, then add it back in. See where it fits and add it back in slowly, okay? But the key word is slowly. Don't throw it all in one shot. It doesn't work that way. That's another way people do gain stuff back is they add shit back in all at once and it just backfires on them, okay? And the reason I tell you guys this is don't confuse yourselves too much is the confused mind shuts down and inhibits growth or learning. I meant to take that out. I meant learning. But if you confuse yourself, if you say, oh, well, I need to eat this, I need to have this, I need to have that, and I need to eat this, and I can't have this, and I can't have that. What can I have? How many is this? It's crazy. It's going to drive you nuts. All right, just add stuff back in slowly. If it means a piece of fruit with your breakfast, add a piece of fruit with your breakfast. If it means an extra piece of bread, add a piece of bread to it. Okay, as long as it's good, solid choices, you're on the right track. Okay, so here is an example of one of the 6-week challenge protocols. All right, nutrition-wise, everything is laid out. All right, everything is timed. Everything is weighed for you. Well, not weighed, but I mean, you know how much you should eat. Okay, so just take a look real quick, and this is kind of like how things go when you're on the challenge, right? Everything's 30 minutes for training, and this is I just pulled this one out. This is an AM training one, okay? So 30 minutes before training, post workout, couple hours later, dinner. If you're hungry, have this. Very regimented. Now, if you can stick to this, that's great. I'll get into stuff later on of how you can just add a couple things to make this a little easier, okay? If you can stick to this, fine. You know, in a way, I kind of rather you guys stick to something like this because at least you know what this is. You know how to do this. It's not a thing to you anymore after 6 weeks. It's like automatic, okay? But, you know, you can add some of the stuff back in there, all right? So just a few examples, all right? Let's go with meal one. Half a scoop whey protein powder with water, okay? You guys have been doing that for 6 weeks. You're probably about to like throw up all of the whey protein in one shot that I've had having you guys do, okay? Options: add a piece of fruit, any fruit, doesn't matter, don't care. All right, have a piece of fruit with it, put it in your shake. Add a couple calories back in there. And I know I didn't do a slide on this, okay? But here's the thing: when you are in a caloric deficit, and this actually shows, if you guys go into the files page or the files on the Facebook page, and you go into the fat loss seminar I did a few months ago, it covers this of how to slowly add calories back in and why calories are important to fat loss. You'll find out, okay? But that's all we're really doing. We're adding a few calories back in there to keep your body processing, your metabolism kicking so it does not slow down, and to where it will not have you gain a lot of weight, if any weight at all, in some cases, and you'll still be able to burn fat and have more energy. Okay? So again, add in almond milk or coconut milk. Very good stuff. Bump up to a full scoop of whey protein and add 1 and 2 in if you want. You know, either way, add a couple things in. Meal 2, egg whites, half cup of oatmeal, cream of rice or 1.5 slices of Ezekiel bread. Okay? Again, not a lot of options here. Restrictive. Here's how you make it unrestricted and have a little bit of fun with it. Add in fruit to your oatmeal, or add a piece of fruit with the Ezekiel bread, or with the oatmeal, or the cream of rice. Doesn't matter. Use whole eggs instead of egg whites. Increase your fat content. Increase your calories. You can use cheese in it. Throw a little cheese in there. As long as you take dairy well, that's fine. Have cereal, but don't have like try to not have the Cookie Crisps or the Fruity Pebbles or the Trick cereal or whatever. I don't know. I don't have kids, so I don't know what's popular with kids nowadays. All right, I love Captain Crunch personally, but you know, have that don't keep away from that stuff as much as possible. Okay, go for the healthier types, but you can have cereal. All right, have regular toast, white toast, wheat toast. You know, you can have that stuff back in. A bagel, again, as long as your body handles it well. Some people don't handle breads and starches well. Like I'm one of them. All right, so whenever I need to have a hankering for some bread, I either go for something gluten free or I go for a wrap or something like that. Because like half of a bagel will sit in me all day and make me feel gross. All right, that's just me. But everyone is different. Find what works for you. And meal 3. All right, 4 ounces of lean protein, 1 cup of broccoli, or 2 cups of green salad. Okay, again, if this works for your schedule, then stick with it. Okay, just add a couple things in there to add some calories back in. Make it a sandwich. So I'm not saying throw the broccoli on a sandwich, but you know, that means add like a couple slices of bread, throw the greens and the lean protein together, and you got yourself a sandwich. Add a little cheese, you're good. It's still healthy. It's still great. It still has a ton of calories you're gonna need to fuel yourself. Go for it. All right, bump it up to 5 ounces. Increase lean protein. Remember, whenever we're trying to lose body fat and weight and build muscle, protein is king. Okay, so you always want to try and keep your protein high and look for ways to increase it to a certain point. You know, again, going back to the fat loss seminar notes, the PowerPoint stuff, you want to try and aim for 1 gram per pound of body weight. And if you want to try and put things together towards the nutrition part of the 6-week challenge, you're almost there mostly. Like I'd say that's over 100 grams of protein alone. Okay, so you guys really want to aim for that. Cool. All right, so have some rice. Again, add things back in slow. You don't have to do all this stuff at once. Take an option, add 2, whatever it is. Have some rice, pasta, potato. You know, again, make things vibrant again in your food. Have some salad dressing, low calorie ranch, you know, oil and vinegar, Italian dressing, whatever. Okay, throw something in there, make it taste a little better. All right. So I mean, if you want to stick with the template like we discussed, I mean, go ahead and stick with it. But what I don't want you to do going from here on out with your food is demonize anything. Okay, now again, yes, there are some things that you should not be eating that will hinder your fat loss results. You know, the donuts and the cookies and the cheesecakes and you know the Hershey's Kisses and whatever not have you and chips and everything and all that stuff. Yeah, that's going to hinder your results. But you know, as long as it's in moderation, and I do say in moderation, okay, you're gonna be okay. You can still have that stuff every now and then, but you'll be all right. You know, um, again, and down to number two, allow for some deviation in the plan, and don't feel bad. Okay, don't like kill yourself or feel bad because you had, you know, half of a Cadbury egg. I know we're way past Easter, but that was the first thing that popped in my head. Half of a Cadbury egg, and you did good the whole rest of the week. If you did good the whole rest of the week, and the only bad part was your Cadbury egg, you're on the right track. You're okay. All right. Don't feel bad at all. All right. Everyone has a breaking point. All right. Even the most clean, um, crazy life bodybuilders, fitness models, physique models, whatever have you, they have a cheat day. You should too. Okay. So that leads me to number three. Have a cheat meal. Now, it doesn't mean go off the wagon and make it a cheat weekend. That means a cheat meal. So, best way to plan this is if you know you have an event coming up or you know you have something upcoming in that week to where you're going to be out and you have um no control over what you're eating, then make that your cheat meal. Like, okay, listen, me and so are going to be out, you know, 6, 7 o'clock at night on Saturday watching a movie. We're gonna get something to eat afterwards. So make that your cheat meal and plan a little bit. Okay. Part of this is playing. That part of the nutrition protocol for the 6 weeks shouldn't have gone anywhere either. Okay. You always gotta plan a couple things. Okay. And again, just make sure after the cheat meal, get back on track that next day. I know it's gonna be hard for some people, but you know it. Remember your goals. Remember why you're here. All right. Get back on track after that. So let's go over binging real quick, and this is where a lot of people fall apart. Um, I know this is a touchy subject with some people, but it's got to be addressed if you're gonna move forward in your nutrition. Okay, a lot of people binge, and we all know this because something stressful's going on. They're high anxiety. Life has changed somehow, or life got increasingly difficult. You know, they just lost the discipline, and they're depressed. Okay, and this is anybody. If this is you, I mean, if this is your dilemma, then this is your dilemma. It's just you have to, you know, learn how to fix it and learn to get through it. Okay. I mean, but the one thing you gotta know is it happens. Happens to everybody, but you know, not all the time. You know, I mean, yeah, there's times in depression and times and everything like that, but you know, eventually you have to come to grips with yourself and snap out of it. Okay. And it's not an easy fix. I know that, but I think you need to take the time and figure out, well, what triggers it? You know, what really triggers that stress or that anxiety or that depression or lack of discipline? Because whatever triggers it, most people head to the kitchen. You know, a lot of people are emotional eaters, and I know I have a bunch in the program. Um, so you gotta find out what kind of triggers it and be mindful of that. Okay. The other thing is, you know, try to keep yourself busy. You know, whether it be outside of the gym or inside of the gym, keep yourself busy somehow. Find like something to do that's gonna keep you away from the kitchen or the pantry, you know, something like that. Even I know this sounds kind of crazy, but have your family hide the sweet or salty treats. You know, I've told people this plenty of times. Some of my clients, some of you guys have little kids to where you get sweet stuff. I mean, not all you. Some guys are real good, but some people do. Okay, and you have to be able to have that discipline to not go for it. You know, so have them hide it on you. Have the husband or the wife or the fiance or the girlfriend, the boyfriend, whoever it is, say, listen, I'm trying to clean myself up, live healthier, get to a certain goal by this time, and I can't have any deviations, or I can have minimal deviations. So you need to take the cheesecake and hide it so I don't find it. or whatever cookies are around, hide them so I don't find them, and make that commitment to yourself. Like, listen, I'm not going to touch it, because if it's not there, you're not going to touch it, right? If it's not in the fridge, you ain't going to touch it. If it ain't in the pantry, you're not going to touch it. If it's nowhere in the house, you can't touch it. So there's no reason for you to cheat other than you have that much, you have really just given up trying, honestly, and that's just it. All right, and 3, just really don't buy the crap. Okay, I mean, I know, again, back to the family thing, and sometimes the kids want something sweet and the tasty cakes and whatever, and just don't buy. But like, hey, listen, I mean, I think it's time for us to all eat healthy. We don't need any more crap in our life or in our nutrition, so we're gonna get rid of it. And it doesn't have to be forever. Again, until you feel comfortable to where you can bring it back in your life, then bring it back in your life. But make sure you make that commitment to yourself first, and then bring that stuff in later. Okay. And here's another thing to consider, guys. Binge eating or emotional eating is a deep-rooted unhealthy relationship with food. So that's more of a mental and an emotional thing, or deficiency. And I didn't mean to make it sound bad, but a lot of people have that. Okay, and I just want to make sure that if you're one of the people that has it and you have it, then it's okay to talk about it with somebody. I mean, if you want to talk about it with me, that's fine. I'll give you the best advice I can give, because that is a psychological and emotional type thing. I'm not qualified to handle that, but I'll try to do the best I can. And I even know people that if you need to talk to somebody about that, a professional, I can refer you one. Okay, and that's not why I'm saying this. I'm saying this because I want you guys to know that isn't emotional eating and binge eating, when people go off the handle a lot. It is just mainly a bad outlook on food and bad outlook on yourself when you have that food. And it shouldn't be that way. Okay, you should be okay with having a cheat day or having a piece of candy every now and then, or and okay with having a glass of wine with dinner, and okay with all that stuff, because there's nothing really wrong with all that. But I think what happens is a lot of times that we get so caught up in, okay, got great results eating this way, so I have to stay with this, and I'm talking about the challenge stuff, so I have to stay with this or else I'm going to gain everything back. Well, not really. You just have to maintain the discipline that you had in the challenge to a point, to a good positive point, but you don't have to be like so radical about it that you're afraid to have anything else again. It's not how to live a life. That's really not what it's meant for. That's not what nutrition is meant for anyway. It's not what a diet is for. A diet should complement your life, not run your life. Okay? So I just want to point that out. Alright, so a few takeaway notes. Listen, tell yourself it's okay to eat regular again, because it is. After the challenge, it's okay to eat regular. I mean, if you do have goals and you didn't do as good as you expected on the challenge and you still have a lot of weight to lose, that's fine. But you can get there by eating regular again. All right, you can still get there. All right. Come up with your next step. Have a goal, guys. Like I'm straight up asking, what is your goal? Where do you want to be? I'll even give an example. 6 months from now, where do you want to be? What do you want to look like? What size pants do you want? Stuff like that. Be specific. Find out what you want to do and aim for it. Okay. And like I said again, you already have the discipline. Most of you guys, just about everybody that's taken the challenge has kicked ass on it. All right. So you have the discipline to do it. Okay. Just keep on top of it. Stay disciplined a little bit. Like any type of healthy eating, weight loss goal, whether it's 10 pounds, 20 pounds, 100 pounds, doesn't matter. It's going to take some discipline. Okay. You're not going to get around that. All right, so you have it already instilled in you because I made sure you had it in you. And if you didn't have the discipline, I most likely, removed you from the challenge and removed you from the program. So you have it. Just keep on. Okay, forgive yourself if you fall off track. Okay, on the flip side of staying disciplined. Now, when I say fall off track, I mean again, referring back to having a piece of candy when you had dinner, or having a piece of chocolate, or having a glass of wine every once or maybe twice a week. That's okay. That's fine. All right, just don't make it an everyday thing, and that's what people are not understanding, is that you can't keep eating that way and doing all that stuff and expect to get anywhere, every day. All right, it's not going to work. So you have to tighten up. You have to do a little tightening. Cool. Um, add back in regularly healthy but unprocessed, food options back in slowly. So here's something with protein I tell everybody. That's usually the first thing I look at when people come to me with a weight loss plan or weight loss notes or anything like that. The nutrition they want me to look at is, you know, one, where are your calories at? Because if you're too low, you're not going to lose any weight, and if you're too high, you're going to do nothing but gain weight. Okay, so we're going to find what your calories at and where they need to be, and from there we just add stuff back in slowly. All right, so until we get to a good point to where you're still losing weight, but you're getting more food in, you get more quality calories in, and you're feeling better doing your workouts. Because when you go from eating one way to eating a little more, and it actually helps out with your energy levels and it helps the workout. Okay, so increasing calories does help the workout. So if you want to keep the challenge plan because it works, that's fine. If you want to stay that strict because that's where you're going to get your results. I mean, again, I don't recommend staying there for the rest of your life, but if you need to, make sure you build in a day or one cheat meal every week. That's what I can say about that. Again, back to one of the slides where it said, go out to dinner with your family. It's okay. Cook something crazy at home. Have a pizza night. Stuff like that. It's okay to bring that stuff back in, but again, you have to maintain that discipline. Again, if the above notes do not work for you and you're still binging or emotional eating, then really, guys, just talk to somebody. I mean, I'm here for you. I'll hear you out. Like I said, I'll give you the best advice possible. And really, really, really talk to somebody, because it could be a more of a mental and emotional thing, and that's not my expertise. Okay. And the main takeaway about this is like, I'm here to help you no matter what. Okay, I'll help you go through a nutrition plan, or if you came up with something, or you see something, or you think something's off, I'll help you go with it. Okay, but you guys have to execute. All right. I mean, I can't keep telling you the same thing over and over and over again, and you don't execute because it feels like I'm wasting my breath and time to tell you the same thing I told you 2-3 weeks ago when we first sat down. Okay, so I'm here for you, and I will definitely help all the time. I've got nothing makes me happier than seeing my clients improve. All right, so just get back on track to regular eating, bring stuff in slowly, and you should be fine. All right, shouldn't be that big. Shouldn't be a big problem. The reason I didn't get specific is because it's really very simple. It's very, very simple to get back to regular eating and bring stuff back in, and how you should be eating now. Just whatever you ate before. I mean, a lot of times what's bad and what's wrong now. So a lot of learning you did during a challenge. Okay, so just make sure that you guys bring some of the stuff back in, the good stuff, back into your life, slowly, so that you don't gain all your hard-earned results back. All right, so if anyone has any other questions, just let me know, and I'll be glad to help you guys out. All right, hope you guys enjoyed this quick video, and I look forward to hearing your feedback.